Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another video from my series Eaglemoss Star Trek The Official Starships Collection. This video will be about a model which was released on the last August of 2017, almost a year ago. And it's not a regular model, but it's a special issue number 10. And it's Deep Space Station K-7. From the original series episode, The Trouble with Tribbles. Here you can see the giant box and this huge packaging. It's only £24.99 in British pounds. I paid for it much more, thanks to the conversion to euros and the shipping costs. But this is a rare opportunity to see the actual original packaging, because most of the time I receive it in a paper envelope, because most of the time I get it from eBay. So, and as you can see, it's much bigger than the regular Eaglemoss boxes. So let's open this little baby. Now, as every other model, this has the main box and the magazine. And this is the box. So it's glossy as always in these huge models. And here is the standard warning that this is a collector's model and it's not intended or designed for play by children under 13 years of age. Made by Eaglemoss in the UK. Built in China, and on the sides you can see logos of the other TV shows: Star Trek, Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Enterprise, and on the bottom you can see this is a joint release, copyright 2017 by Paramount Pictures Corporation and CBS Studios Incorporated. As all of these huge special releases are. So, the polystyrene is off, and here we have the station. This was the first space station ever created for Star Trek. And not sure if you can see it, but the antenna is bent slightly. And this huge monster doesn't want to go out of the polystyrene. And I am afraid to use too much force, because as you can see, the three saucers, the kind of legs, I think I can call it, look very fragile. And here is a closer look at the antenna. As you can see, it's right off the box and it's immediately bent, and this has even the original factory packaging. So just to show you how much they care in the factories. But anyway, it's a very interesting shape. As you can see, the windows, part of them are only painted, part of them are actually part of the surface. And it looks like the painted windows, some of them at least, are misaligned slightly, which is unfortunately very typical for Eaglemoss models. These little three satellite dishes are KA, KB, and the last one should be KC. Correct, the last one is KC. And the whole thing is called K-7. I have absolutely no clue what this means. I thought it would be much more funny if they called the space station K-9. But overall, I absolutely love the classic 60s design choices. This is not something what could be done today. But yeah, this is one of the things you see once and will stuck in your memory forever. Not only because it's one of the best Star Trek episodes, it's also a wonderful design. I love it personally, not sure how you feel about these things. But let's try to get all of the bits together carefully, because it looks much more fragile than it probably is. Let's unwrap this. This is the bottom part of the... well, it's actually the stand. On the bottom you could see that this is the Deep Space Station K-7, and let's put all the parts together carefully. This is definitely one of the models I will have on display. So yeah, I'm almost 100% satisfied. There are only small nitpicks like the bent antenna, which is definitely not something I would expect from a factory-packed model. This is something I would expect if I bought it from eBay from somebody who previously owned it. And the painted windows are slightly misaligned, but otherwise than that I'm satisfied, which is pretty unusual. Let's go to the magazine. You can see it's a Federation station, operational from 2267 on the Klingon borders. It begins as a normal magazine would with the table of content. Deep Space Station K-7 specification. Oh, so the K-7 it's just as the 7th station in the K sector. Good to know. On these two pages we have a small, let's call it article, about the station K-7, with a wonderful new picture, CGI picture of course, and some pictures from the Tribble episode. Now, these two pages are very weird. You have different views of the station, but there is no text. If you watch my previous videos, usually on these two pages you can find text with detailed description of the different parts of the model. So I have no clue what does it mean, if that's a problem that they simply forgot to print the text, or what the hell does it mean. But whatever, more pictures from the show, and more designs. Yeah, David Gerald, of course, is the writer of the Tribble episode, and writer of different episodes from the animated series, and one of the co-creators of The Next Generation, and an article about the making of the Trouble with Tribbles, and some cardboard for whatever reason. More pictures from the Tribble episode. By the way, these are the Klingons. And even more pictures from the Tribble episode. Getting back in Tribble Trouble, this is about the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode, which was their way how to celebrate the 30th anniversary in 1996. So in Star Trek Deep Space Nine they created an episode in which they traveled back in time into the fan favorite episode Trouble with Tribbles. This is the model of the USS Enterprise, which was created especially for this one show. Because this was an anniversary episode, they actually had the budget to build a model which was used only in one episode. And this is it. And I'm quite happy with this one. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you have some free time, feel free to watch any of the other videos on my channel. And see you soon, hopefully, unless something else happens tomorrow. So, see you soon, and bye.